How I went from 0 to 10K months in less than a year, and how my clients are using the same method to grow their followers, but also do sales even before they get to 1,000 followers, let's say, because everyone thinks it's a magic number. And to be honest, the system is the only thing that's going to work in 2026 and going forward, because with AI and the changes how our brains read content, this is the only thing that will let you stand out. And nobody's talking about this, because if they would, you would stop buying all the hook templates, all the courses which are based on the information from 2022. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to exactly show you how it works, what you need to be doing, how to create content that will actually bring your audience to you, who are not going to be ready to just watch your content, save your content, but actually buy from you. And if you don't know me yet properly, my name is Kate. I left corporate last year after being stuck there for 6.5 years. I was leading the department, I had a good job, I was traveling the world. Everyone was saying that it is such a successful life, but for me, I was kind of like dying inside because I couldn't implement my ideas, I couldn't work on what I wanted to do, and I was feeling like I'm spending so much time working for someone, building someone else's dream, when I actually wanted to obviously build mine. So last year I left. It was quite scary because in the beginning I had no backup plan. I had like almost no money. I was making $500 from one project. I was paying £1,000 for my flat, but I knew I had to make it work. So in the last year, I've built 2 Instagram accounts to 20K organically. I never used ads. That was all organic content. Right now, I have a marketing agency. People are coming to me to help them build their marketing, their personal brand. I work with founders, with companies. One of my favorite clients, who is now my friend, is an ex-Microsoft director. I work with different creators from 0 to 80K, 200K, 100K, and quite a lot of them are showing me the same problem, that what they used to do before is not working anymore. And the method that I'm going to show you today is exactly what's going to fix this situation. And also, just to give you an example why this content works so well, whenever people are coming to me on my sales calls, when they come to me from content, my close rate is approximately 80%, because people who find me through my content, they already know me, they already trust me before we even speak. So usually in these calls, I don't need to push anyone. I never push anyone. Some people know that when they come to my sales call, they even say, Kate, you're amazing because you don't actually use the sales techniques. And I don't, because I literally just want to work with people who actually want to work with me. And I'm going to show you how to build exactly the same thing. So you probably are in the position right now that I was a year ago, when I tried to post consistently. I was buying so many courses, I was doing all this guru advice of learning for hooks, trying to get some templates, posting what everyone's saying is working. And yes, sometimes my content would maybe get like obviously a little bit more views, maybe some sales, but I literally had no clients at all. And I obviously tried to like jump from niche to niche, because everyone is saying, oh, you should post about this, then you should post about that. And I had no core positioning for myself. I was just kind of like switching between the things, trying to find the magic bullet, until I realized that there's no magic bullet, to be honest. You just need to find the thing that will work for you, and I'm gonna show you how. So what changed in 2026, and why the 3D framework, which I'm gonna show you right now, is the only thing that is gonna work. Obviously, in the last couple of years, you've seen the huge rise of AI, and I love AI. AI helps me a lot in my work, but there is so much AI content that people are uploading at scale to social media right now, that your brains kind of switched. They understand whenever the content that's in front of them is AI, even that it may be the best AI avatar, or it can be written with the person, but if there are some AI traces in it, your brain will just automatically scroll. And right now, people are craving for human connection. Right now, people are craving for human content. I'm pretty sure soon there will be the app where it will be social media, but only for people who create content by themselves. I don't know, maybe it will scan your eye or something like that, because right now Instagram is just overwhelmed. Not only Instagram, to be honest, but I feel like Instagram is the worst in this. There is so much AI content, and that's why people are looking so much for like real moments. You've probably seen the rise of yapping as a trend, which to be honest is nothing particularly new. It's just you sharing your stories and your emotions with your audience. So right now, from niching down, which was the advice 2 years ago, you need to niche on yourself. Yes, there still should be some direction of where your content is going and some kind of like cloud of topics that you're talking about, but it doesn't have to be particularly only expert one niche. You have to be talking about what you're interested in, about your story, about your life. This is what brings people to you because they want to follow a creator, they want to follow a real person. And a real person can never be interested in just one thing. And what I'm telling everyone is right now is so important to stop creating 1D content, which is super boring expert tips, all the frameworks, all the posts like how to lose weight, how to create an Instagram bio. All these things, they're super boring because they can be written by AI. And if your content has nothing personal in it, it's not gonna work anymore because anyone can create that content. There will be absolutely no trust to you if all you post is expert content, because that can be written by anyone. When you create 3D content on the other side, you're showing to your audience as a real 3D person. Like I always say, analyze how you behave in life. You don't talk just about one niche, you don't talk about expertise, you talk about your life, about your stories, about your experiences, about your perspective. Sometimes you can say, oh, I'm really pissed off about this thing that's going right now in the news about your industry, but you're showing who you are, you're showing how you think, and you're showing how you live. That's exactly what you need to be doing in the content right now, because that's the only thing how people will be relating to you. That's the only thing where people will be trusting. And people don't buy from experts, they buy from people they trust. And 3 things that help you build trust are stories, moments from your life that shaped how you think. That's the stories that people will recognize themselves in your story, and they will straight away feel like they're already connected to you on the next level because you both went through the same thing. Emotions, please stop creating this fairy tale profile where everything is beautiful, there are never any problems. You know how Gary Vee always say, document your life, and your life does consist of failures as well. I have never met any person who wouldn't have a bad day in their life. So just share your emotion, real emotions. When you're happy, show that you're happy. When you're pissed off, show that you're pissed off. Show who you are, show how you behave as a human, because again, you have to make sure that your content reads like a human and not like a AI. And opinions, say things that others in your space won't say contrarian beliefs, because this is what again allows people to kind of understand whether you are their person or not. And it's good, some people will unfollow you when you say some contrarian beliefs, but the people who will stay with you, they will be closer to fans because they will think that you and them speak on the same language. I always say that in my content, I always say I hate all this master resell rights. And when people are coming to me on the sales call, they say exactly this. They're like, I booked the call with you because you're properly saying it out loud that master resell rights is a Ponzi scheme. This helps you to build the connection straight away. And this will let people feel like they know you before they even speak to you. That's why whenever they think about getting some help, you will come to their mind straight away. That's exactly why whenever people are coming to my sales calls, I don't use any pushy tactics. I don't use even proper sales script, to be honest. I just talk to people and they know who I am, so they expect the same from me, that I would be just sharing what I think about their situation and they sign up to work with me. And you can see that this method works for people in different niches and different situations. Some of the examples of people who I worked with in my coaching, for example, Gabi, she was stuck at 250 followers for over a year. She has bought so many courses. When she came to me, she was exhausted. She was about to give up on her social media because she was keep saying that she spent so much money, nothing is working. And when we started working together, what I figured out is that she didn't have any clear strategy on even how she wants to be positioned, how she wants to be shown up online. She was just jumping from trend to trend, buying different hooks, buying different templates, but right now it's not gonna work. Once we build the strategy, once we build the positioning, everything changed, and in 1 month she got 1,000 followers. One other client who I worked with, she had 120 followers from very old times. Her account was inactive for more than a year, and she was starting from scratch. It was a completely different niche for her, and we used the correct positioning, we used her stories, we found what resonates with people, and in 1 month she got 100 registrations for her online event and her first sale in just 1 month. So people who say that there is no results on social media, they just don't know how to position themselves correctly. And I worked with people in so many different industries, like career coaching, real estate, a lot of real estate, lawyers, marketers, and whatever the niche is, you need to build your personal brand, because personal brand is the only thing that's gonna stay with you, that's gonna bring people to you, that will stay your loyal followers forever. And personal brand is the thing that will differentiate you right now, because so many people are getting replaced by AI. But if you have your story and people watch you and they want to work with you, no AI can ever take that. And how you can do that? I always say the 3 steps that you need to do in order to kind of like make your Instagram or make your social media as a system that's going to be bringing you followers, fans, and clients is: first, you need to build your positioning, who you are, what you stand for. The second one, you need to build your 3D method. It's not more of a building, it's more of like unpacking yourself, finding the stories, finding what will resonate with people. And a lot of people keep saying me that they don't have enough stories. I can guarantee you that if I get on the call with you for 2 hours, I will have enough stories for the next year of content. You need to fill all these things across 3 areas, across 3 dimensions: expertise, perspective, and experience, and they all should work together. Then obviously you need to make sure that you do the audience research, because you still need to be talking in the language of your target audience. You still need to understand what they want to do. You still need to understand what are their pains, and you need to speak to them like they are a real person in front of you, because so many experts, they talk in their language without thinking, does my client actually understand what I'm saying right now, and is it interesting for them? Obviously you have to build your offer, because without the offer no one's gonna buy, no matter how good your product is. So you need to create the offer that will be impossible to say no. You need to turn what you do into something people actually want to buy. You need to make sure you frame it, again, using the information from your audience research, linking your stories in there, and together packaging it as something that will be converting, and obviously adding in there your unique method, your unique way of working, so that you differentiate with everyone else. You create content at scale. The easiest platforms to grow right now is Threads. I will always say that. One of my clients, we started her Threads account from scratch, and in 1 month we got 2.5 million views. Which other platform will give you the views like this? So you need to create content around the system, and once you have your stories, once you have your 3D method ready, creating content will be so much easier, because you will literally be talking about your stories. You will literally be sharing your emotions, linking it together with your niche, and it will take you, I don't know, 5-10 minutes a day to create a piece of content that will bring you clients to you. And obviously, to make it at scale, you need to build funnels. You need to make sure that your content leads to client conversations. You need to make sure that you know how all these automations work. And even if you're a non-techie person, to be honest, to build this, it will take you probably 1 day, and then you'll be done. So this is the system that allows everyone to start making money from social media. I am 100% sure about this. Obviously, it's not a fairy tale. You still need to put in the work. You need to create content. You need to stop thinking about what everyone will think about you, because it doesn't matter. You know how many people judged me when I left corporate? Everyone told me social media is a fairy tale. Right now, when I'm making $10,000 a month, everyone is saying, oh my god, Kate, how did you do that? You're so amazing. Yes, but 1 year ago no one supported me except for a couple of people. So just kind of like ignore the noise and just build your thing. And why it's so important to start building your personal brand right now? It's because look at what's going viral. There is so much all this yapping content, unpolished, unscripted, someone just talking to the camera. People want real stories. I already mentioned it. People want real connection. Everyone is just so tired of AI content, of AI captions, of AI text everywhere, and all this polished, perfect studio filming videos as well. They want real connection. So this is your perfect opportunity to start creating content. You have the stories that if you share with the world will appreciate it. However, there's also a caveat in here that still more and more content are being pumped onto the platforms, especially AI content. And every month it's becoming more difficult to still get in there, because obviously the content is spread between everyone, and if there is more and more AI content, it means there will be less and less human content that people will see. So I always say the best time to start social media was yesterday, the second best time is today. So in 6 months you will either be the person that people already be following for who you are, for your story, or people will be watching someone else going viral and buying from someone else. If you need your help to take you through this is exactly what I do in my coaching. This is exactly what gets people the results. So if you want to make sure you build your system for social media that will start bringing you not just followers, not just saves, but clients, there is the link down below to book a free strategy call with me. This is not a sales call, as I already mentioned. I don't really do sales call using the techniques. This is where I genuinely review your content, review your offer, and then I'll tell you if I think we can work together. If not, I will still give you the advice in terms of what's working for you and what's not. I genuinely believe that social media is the biggest leverage in the world. Social media allowed me to go from $0 to $10,000 in less than a year. I know so many people are stuck because they're scared, they're stuck in their corporate jobs, when they can just build something themselves in a year time and change their life. So if you feel like this is the time that you stop waiting, if this is the time where you actually build your personal brand, this is the time where you stop hiding, stop struggling at your corporate job, book the call with me down below and we'll look at your situation together. Thank you. Bye bye.